everybody, Scott Steen with winnersandwhiners.com, coming to you from the Lynn Dawson studio deep in the bowels of the Winners and Whiners Sports and Entertainment Complex to talk a little Fab Five today on Championship Sunday. As always, don't forget, like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out our website, statsalt.com and winnersandwhiners.com, as you can see from the new backdrop that we have right here. I'm actually shooting from Kansas City. I'm back visiting everybody here, so so if there's a little glitchy stuff in the studio, or as we like to call it, the den, just let us know. So my apologies in advance for any production values that are not up to snuff. So yeah, check out the websites. Don't forget to comment. Tell me what you're playing, what picks you're on, and what else you got going on as far as the NFL. Are you tailing? Are you fading? And we'll give you a shout out if you get it right, of course, as always. And after the last game today, after that last Chiefs game, about an hour after the game, we're going to be doing our live drawing for 100 smackaroonies, as well as some swag as well. So don't forget to stop by Winners and Whiners or Stat Salt and get yourself registered before the end of the Chiefs game. All right, so with that being said, away we go, everybody. Pretty excited for today. You know what today is? I guess everybody knows, don't you? Right? It's the Super Blood Wolf Moon. Oh! It really is, and I don't even know what that means. But I know that is a thing today. The only one I know it's a blood moon because there's some sort of like an eclipse, and it's super because I'm guessing it's big, and wolf, no idea. So there we go. And it's also Championship Sunday, as I believe I mentioned. First, we'll do a little recap on yesterday, 2-3. The Davidson, guys, we haven't lost a lot of close ones. We haven't lost a lot of heartbreakers. That Davidson game, that under 136, was kind of that was a heartbreaker. We were great shape at halftime. It was 58 points at halftime, and they scored 12 or 13 in the last 5 minutes. That was great. Unfortunately, in the other 15 minutes. They put up about 65 points in the first 15 minutes of the second half. They sunk us. They couldn't miss a three. And, it happens. And as far as the Michigan-Wisconsin pick, Michigan, just never could pull away. They hung with them for a while, Wisconsin, and ended up putting it on them at the very end to win by 10. Not even close. And, there are no more undefeated teams in Division I basketball. And what else did we hit? Oh, we hit our K-State. Yeah, we hit two easy ones. We hit the K-State game, and we hit the over on the ODU game. Those were layups, but we missed badly on the Marshall FIU game. Not even. We really didn't get off the bus on that one. That was really never in question. So we go 2-3, lose the pivot game by 1, and on we go. All right, guys. So I know it's Sunday here. Everybody's ready. Everybody's clamoring for the South Dakota, Nebraska, Omaha pick. You're welcome. The Uno, or as they call it there in the great state of Nebraska, is a 5.5-point favorite. These guys, I've got them rated pretty close in my power rankings, just 4 or 5 spots apart. Uno scores a ton of points, and they give up just a few more. They don't play a ton of defense, kind of an afterthought. But two big factors are at play here for me. Number one, the Mavericks are at home, and that could be a problem for the visiting Coyotes. That's right. Don't say you never learn anything on this show, okay? The University of Nebraska Omaha Mavericks are better than the South Dakota Coyotes because they're at home, and most importantly, the Coyotes, or Coyotes if you prefer, they are without Trey Birch Manning. He is their top rebounder. He's their top three-point shooter, and he's their second leading scorer. This is going to be their fourth game without him, and they are 1-2 without Mr. Birch Manning in the lineup, and I think that makes the difference here today. Give me the Mavericks minus 5.5 points. All right, kids. So on we go to the NFL. My first pick comes courtesy of the NFC Championship game, the Rams at the New Orleans Saints. And I am looking at the total. I'm looking at the under 56.5. Part of me wonders really what Saints offense is going to show up. Is it going to be the one of the first 11 games that was nails, or is it going to be the one of the last 6 games where they failed to put up an average of 20 points per game. They put up, yeah, just a hair over 19 points per game over their last 6. The Rams, they beat up on defenses, but if you look back over what they really beat up on is weak defenses. And there's a couple of those in the NFC West. Looking at you, San Francisco and Arizona. But that is not what the Saints do defensively. They're very strong. They like to get after the run. They're, as we talked about on the other video, they're number 2 versus the run as far as yards per carry and yards per game. So they have a very good and a very stout rushing defense. If you throw out the Carolina game for New Orleans, that defense just gave up 23.25 points in all their home games. And why do we throw out the Carolina game? Because no starters played that game. So the Rams, on the other hand, they're not the juggernaut that they are at home. They score less than 20 points per game on the road. Give me the New Orleans and the LA Rams under 56.5. All right. Now I got 3 props that I want to talk about. They're all running back props. First one, I'm taking a look at C.J. Anderson for the Rams under 45.5 yards. Currently got to lay a little wood on that one at minus 130. C.J. Anderson, everybody wants to talk about how he did last week. Had a great day. Had more carries than Gurley, outgained Gurley. And so this number is a little bit inflated. It's driven by that performance. It's driven by his other late season performances. However, again, as we talked about before, 2 of those performances came against the Arizona Cardinals, who has the last rated rush defense in the NFL, and San Francisco, who was, I think, 21st as far as rush defense goes. So not exactly the cream of the crop there as far as those guys go. I think you've got another week for Gurley to get well. And I think for this to happen against that New Orleans Saints defense, I think C.J. Anderson's going to need 12 to 13 carries minimum to get to 45.5 yards. And the other thing is they're going to run less in this game because I think the Rams defense or the Saints defense is going to be stout. They're going to make the Rams beat them with Jared Goff, and whether that happens or not remains to be seen. But Gurley is going to play more than he did last week for starters, and if the Rams get behind, C.J. Anderson isn't going to see the field very often because they use Gurley a lot out of the backfield as a receiver, and he's going to get the vast majority of snaps. I like C.J. Anderson under 45.5 rush yards in that game. All right, now we're taking a look at the other game for Kansas City Chiefs. Damian Williams, I'm looking at his longest rush over 12.5 yards. A few fun facts about Mr. Williams. He started just 4 games for the Chiefs there at the end of the season after Kareem Hunt was dismissed from the team. And in those 4 games, he's averaged 5.62 yards per carry, and he's had a rush of 15 yards or longer in every game, and he's done it 6 times in those 4 contests. On the other hand, the Pats rushing defense on the road, not good at all. They give up 126.8 yards per game and 5.1 yards per carry. I think Damian Williams breaks into the second level 3 or 4 times in this game, and at least one of them, probably closer, probably 2. I think he goes north of 15.5 yards. So I like the Damian Williams there over 12.5 for the longest rush. That's currently even money at minus 110. And the last one that I'm looking at here is Spencer Ware. The Kansas City Chiefs. This is kind of a situation like C.J. Anderson, except Spencer Ware has been banged up and has not played much at all in the last month of the season. In fact, he hasn't played since week 15 or week 14 against Baltimore, and he's even been on the injury report all this week with a shoulder problem. He's tweaked his hammy. So make no mistake, everybody. Damian Williams, he is the dog right now. He is the lead dog in that Kansas City Chiefs backfield. Where he's going to have to fight for the scraps as far as carries go with Darrell Williams and Charcandrick West. I think that I think Spencer Ware maybe gets 5 carries. I doubt he's going to get that many, but I think he gets 5 carries tops. And I think the odds are with us that in those 5 carries, a Spencer Ware that's banged up, not 100%. And make no mistake about it, when he's healthy, he's still Spencer Ware. I think that his longest rush will be under 12 and a half yards. So there we go, guys. There's a two picks, one side, one total, 3 props for you. Nothing too crazy on the props. I do have a bonus prop if you want to take a shot, and I wanted to do it last week and I forgot about it. My brain, I'm old, shit happens, and it's the same odds. It was Damian Williams to score the first Chiefs touchdown plus 350. And I liked it last week. It came in, and of course, didn't throw it, didn't play it. But here's the deal with the Chiefs. If they get the ball inside the 5-yard line, if it's not some Mahomes pass that connects for big yardage, chunk play that scores, if they get down inside the 10, inside the 5, they're going to give Williams a shot to score the ball. They're going to try to run it. If they're inside the 5, they're going to try to run it, or they're going to try to get Williams free out of the backfield, use the other targets as decoys. That's an Andy Reid thing. He likes to swing Williams out of the backfield where they have a mismatch and get him to pinch inside, give him just enough room to hit the post, or hit the flag rather. I like that one at plus 350, and we're also going to be doing live. We're going to see how that goes, especially since I'm not in the studio. We're going to try to do this with the baling wire and spit and see what happens. But if all things go right, I'm going to be doing a live update during halftime. So I know we've just got 12 minutes, so we're going to have to grip it and rip it. But we'll talk a little bit about what's going on. Maybe take a look at a couple of the bets for the second half, and see if we can spot any trends and any leans or anything like that I might have. So one of those, and again, my memory, if I forget to tell you, remember this: if the Chiefs get up in the second half, in the first half, like they did last week, they put a couple quick ones on the board. They go to halftime with a 10-point lead, 13-point lead, something like that. Pound, the Chiefs under in the second half, depending on what the score is. It's probably going to be in the neighborhood of 24-ish, give or take, 24 to 27, just depending on how the game's going. So pound the Chiefs under if you can, if you get an opportunity there in the second half. So, all right, guys, there's 5 of them. It's I'm gonna lie, tomorrow's it's the biggest day in Kansas City sports since I was very, very young. So we're pretty excited. I'm excited to be in my hometown. I decided not to go to the game, having some folks over to my daughter's, and we're gonna have a little party, and hopefully we won't be depressed at the end of it. But either way, we'll be doing it. So get down on those 5, and at the end of the Chiefs contest, after we find out they're headed to the Super Bowl, you can join me, and we can head back to the window. All right. Hey, man, let's do some shout-outs. We got we got a few. We have got a few. First of all, just to give you guys a heads up, I'm going to do all the NFL shout-outs on the Monday night video, the Tuesday morning video, the one I record Monday night, with all the live stuff going on tomorrow. I didn't want to have to, it was just one more thing I'd have to mess with. So if you can forgive me, we're going to do all the NFL shout-outs on Monday, on the Tuesday video, the ones that you guys see Tuesday morning. And as it stands right now, we will have a guest host for the Wednesday and Thursday video. I will be off on Tuesday and Wednesday. So those 2 days that I won't be capping for will be Wednesday and Thursday. So, okay, there we go. All right, first of all, let's start with Marshall Mathers. And I don't think it's really him, but it is certainly a Marshall Mathers. He took advantage of a misprint on one of the intrastate betting sites, and I'm not going to say their name, but I will say that they may or may not have had a problem in the past here pretty recently. He got Houston. He got the Rockets at plus 4.5, and he says he got it at over 168.5. So, God bless you, brother. That was a couple fine plays right there. It's a shame you couldn't parlay those together for about $5,000. But that was a nice hit. Way to be on it, and it happens. There's technical glitches, and all's fair in love and handicapping, folks. Do we feel bad? No, we do not. They have really big buildings if you've ever been to Vegas and a lot of bright lights, and they ain't putting up their own money for those. So, yeah, we get a little bit back. Scotty C got down on Virginia. Good call, brother. He got the points. He got 3.5 points, and that was enough to get it done as Duke was unable to cover the 2-point spread there. Very good. Eric. Eric T played the Davidson Richmond under with us, and watched that bad boy go down the tubes by 1. And actually, I don't have it on here. I think Eric T, if I'm not mistaken, played a teaser on that, because I know I answered him, and I gave him a hard time for I think he had a 4-point tease on that game. I think he was the only one of us that hit that under. Nice job, brother. And again, if you I'm happy. Again, you ain't playing against me. Don't ever forget that. You're playing against the house. So great job, man. Anytime we can hit them, we hit them, brother. He also got down on K-State. Wildcats look very good today. Keep an eye on them. I'll tell you another play today, guys, to keep an eye on. I didn't take it, but we had another Citadel under come in by about 20, 30 points. So the market's going to catch up. Like I said, it was definitely time to sell high last time on the Citadel overs, and I think there's still going to be a little bit of value there going forward. So keep an eye on the Citadel Bulldogs is what they are. The astute Aardvark had a pretty decent night. He had the Raptors over. He had the ODU over. Oh, well, who's a genius Aardvark now? Very nice job, buddy. Good call. He had it capped a little bit differently than we did, and he had it capped correctly. So, yeah, I salute to you, brother. He also tailed us on the Wildcats. That came through. Hammer and Hank tailed us today, and he also added Houston in the NCAA. So that looks like got squeezed a little juice there, Hammer and Hank. Not the best day, but I think we've all had worse ones. So hang in there. That's what tomorrow's for. The legendary King, he did the same thing as Hammer and Hank. He tailed us, but he played the Pacers instead. That came through. And so, again, got squeezed for the juice on that one. Ed P. tailed us. He had the Kings, which ended up being a push. And he had Weber State, and he had Tampa and the over in the NHL, and those both cashed. So, overall, Ed P., nice job. Thomas M., he was tailing us on Michigan and K-State, Juice City, and he had Charlotte as well as Indiana on that one. So, nice day for you, Thomas. Not too shabby at all. Catholic with a K. Nice. Tailed us on the Michigan and K-State. They're fading the KC New England. He's got, or she, this person, I'm guessing they may be Catholic. They're taking the Patriots and +3. Yeah, of course. They're from Boston. Of course they're Catholic. Come on now. No, I'm kidding. That's okay. So, I just love the name, Catholic with a K. That amuses me. All right. So, yeah, they're taking Tom down to Patriots, and they're going to be out to Yard there tomorrow watching the game. So good for them. Good luck. I just hope it's a great game, and they were very cool. They wrote me a nice little thing there about the Chiefs as well. So good luck, Catholic. And at least if the Chiefs end up losing, I know that decent people like you are going to cash. So there you go. And Mikey B, he had the Thunder +5. He had Notre Dame. He had the Columbus Blue Jackets, and he had Duke. Nice day there, Mikey B. Nice job. And Brent B, I think these are just his individual picks. I'll try to remember what he did. He tailed us on K-State and Michigan. He got the Virginia. That was a push. I had Loyola, USC, and the Butler St. John's over. And then he ended up, probably I told you about yesterday, was like an 8-teamer, which went down to 7, I think. It paid, because there was money lines on there, I think it paid like 7-1, and then he hit a 4-1 parlay today, hit another 4-teamer. So yeah, but that's a darn fine 2 days there, sir. Hopefully we can keep it going tomorrow, Brent. All right, guys, that's it for shout-outs. I think I remembered to tell you everything. Who knows? I probably didn't. If judging by me normally, I probably forgot to tell you something. But next time you see me, I will either be very happy or very unhappy. Well, no, next time you see me, I'll be live. So, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the bell so you know when I'm live, because the game is exciting. You get face deep in a bunch of nachos, have a couple beers. You're like, oh yeah, he was going to do that halftime thing. So this will give you the notification in case you get distracted by shiny objects like I do. So until tomorrow, or until later today, as the case may be, guys, good luck. Let's get some wins today. I'm looking for one big win, and we're gonna have some fun. So you guys, till we meet again, a few hours. Take care. We'll see you then.